Alright guys, good morning and welcome back to the video and welcome back to the vlog. If you guys can't tell already, we have our first snowfall of 2024 here in New York City, and it's snowing quite a bit actually. In fact, it snowed quite a bit over the night as well. We have some cops just parked over there, but you know, it's snowing quite a lot and I was able to get the driveway for the night. Lucky me. But I'm about to run to work and I wasn't sure if I was gonna drive today, but I feel like it would be a missed opportunity if I didn't drive today. So let's get a cold start on the car. This might be a bad idea, but we're gonna see. We're gonna get a cold start. And if you guys remember the last video, I do have a leaking tire. I want to see what the PSI is like on that and if I need to fill it up before I go. But yeah, let's get a cold start. It's kind of cozy in here, but you know, key in. I am almost positive that the TPMS light is gonna come on, but I do have a portable like inflator, so that will come in handy. Let's moment of truth. Let's go. It starts right up, guys. It starts right up. Rotary reliability. But I was right. The TPMS light is indeed on. I did fill the tires to 32 PSI last night, like before I went to bed. So I'm gonna check what is that right now, because I'm definitely gonna fill it up. I don't want to drive with low tire pressure on one side, so let's do that real quick while the RPM normalizes. Alright, that took a little bit. I had to wipe off some of the snow from the car because it was just too kicked up. But I do have my thing plugged in. It's telling me that the car is at 6 PSI right now for tire pressure on this side, which I find it hard to believe because, you know, it feels pretty firm. So I'm not sure, but I know that this is the problem side. I'm gonna have to get that tire looked at and potentially patch or replace tomorrow. I just don't think I have the time to do it today, but we're gonna get it up. And that should be the only tire that I have an issue, but we're gonna get that up. We're gonna get air in that tire. I'm gonna clean up the rest of the car and we're gonna get it out of here. Alright guys, we're heading out right now in the Rx8 in the snow. We just made it onto the freeway and there's already a lot of traffic, which honestly, in my opinion, during times like this, like during this type of weather, perfectly fine with me. It's much better that everyone's going a lot slower rather than a lot faster than they would be. But I feel like all things considered, the Rx8 makes for a pretty good winter daily. This is my third winter with the car now, and I've never really had an issue with it, like, you know, it getting stuck or anything like that. Fingers crossed, I hope I don't jinx myself, but you know, I've never really had that type of issue. I feel like it's the same thing when you just drive any other sports car in the snow, right? I wouldn't really recommend it, but if it is your only car, you know, just drive safely and put a good set of tire on there, and honestly you should be pretty okay. Now I see a lot of videos on YouTube of people driving like, you know, their BRZs, their 8.6 in the winter. I would honestly just compare this to that. I mean, they're not too far apart in terms of weight, and you know, both rear-wheel drive, you put a good set of tires on there and you honestly be pretty okay. Now, if it wasn't for this corner right here leaking air, I would feel really confident about just driving this thing anywhere. But because that side is leaking air, it's got me concerned, and it's leaking quite fast as well. So last night, before I went to bed, I filled it up from 11 PSI to 32. And then I woke up this morning and the reader is telling me it was at 3 PSI, but I find that pretty hard to believe because of how firm the tire was when I was pressing on it. I mean, that could just be because of the cold, but if it did actually drop down to 3 PSI overnight, then you know, that's a pretty quick leak, and I'm gonna have to get that addressed really soon. I'll probably do it tomorrow morning. That is 100% gonna happen tomorrow morning when I gotta move the car for alternate side parking. But there's not really much I could do about it today unless I buy like an emergency patch kit. But then even then I would have to locate where I'll have to locate where the leak is coming from and take the wheel off and then patch it in, etc, etc. And honestly, in this weather, I just really don't want to do that. I also still got to do an oil change on this car. It's coming up on an oil change. There's just a lot of maintenance I need to catch up on. Like, there's a lot of maintenance I need to get done on this car, and with this weather being like this, I really don't want to do it on the side of the street because I might not have access to that driveway by the time that I get home tonight. So we'll see how things go, but right now just want to enjoy a little nice chilly drive in the RX8, and I think we'll have some fun. It shouldn't be snowing all day today, so I'm hoping by the time I get out of work on my way home it'll be pretty nice. But right now we'll just have to deal with this for a little bit. But I really just wanted to take the car out just to show you guys the RX8 handles just fine in the snow. When I tell you guys that I use this car as my daily driver in New York City, I really mean it. But I guess I didn't really have to take the car out today, right? Could have just took the train. Probably would have been a safer bet considering the leaking tire, but it would have been a missed opportunity if I didn't drive the car today. So here I am having some fun. As long as no one hits me, or I'll be okay. Granted, that already almost happened once when I was merging into the freeway. People just aren't checking their mirrors, I feel like. I don't know. That should be a thing you're doing, whether or not it's snowing. All right, guys, I just got out of work, and we have to fill the tire thing back up again. I don't know how well it'll focus, but it's pretty low right now. When I first plugged it in, it was sitting at about 10 psi, so it did drop quite a bit from morning to night, but it's filling back up right now, so it's sitting at 31. I'm gonna fill it back up to 32, and then I'm gonna drive home. But this can't be a permanent solution. I mean, obviously you guys know why this can't be a permanent solution, but the car looks pretty cool right now. Not gonna lie, covered in all this snow. But we're gonna fill this up, and tomorrow morning when I wake up for alternate side parking, I'm gonna use this one more time to get it going, and then I'll have to check with the tires. Check where the leak is and replace it from there.
The next day.
Now that's a cold start. Alright, so as expected, I needed to fill up the tire again. So when I plugged it in, when I first started the car, it was sitting at only 3 psi, which is, you know, pretty bad. I mean, you can't really tell just by looking at it, but it's sitting at 3 psi right now. So I'm pumping it back up to about 30, and then we're gonna take it to a tire shop or just a shop in general, and then I'm gonna have them fix it for me, because like, just look at this, right? It is so cold. And I have to move the car for alternate side parking right now, so I can't even stay here on the street. There's no way I'm getting under the car to get it, to check anything out right now. So I'm gonna do that, and while I'm there, I have some stuff in the trunk that I could just have it done while I'm there anyway. So let me just show you guys real quick. Pop the trunk here. I don't even know if it'll open. It might be frozen shut. Oh shit, sliding around. There's so much ice on the car, guys. Kind of crazy. But while we're here, not cucumbers, but have my oil, you know. So while I have the car at the shop getting its tires fixed, I think I'm gonna just have them do an oil change. Like, I would love to do it myself, but honestly, nah, not today, not this time. But let's get this tire pumped up. Sitting at 13 psi right now. But let's get it pumped up, and let's get out of here. Honestly, I need a setup like that for my daily, bro. I want something that's lifted up. I don't know, maybe I'm about to get a Miata and put a lift kit on it or something, because that looks pretty cool. We're back at Crown Speed Labs. All right, it's been a minute since I've been here, but you know, they always got some cool stuff lying around. Look at that, R32 right there. Nice. And then what's that? I think some sort of, oh, that's what the e-brake up. Let's not roll back. Some sort of mini right there. But I don't know how much I'm gonna film with this, but let me go drop off the keys and so they can bring the car in. Alright guys, so I ended up leaving the car at the shop. They just had too much cars. I didn't want to sit around and wait until they got to my car because it would have been a couple of hours. Like, it's been a couple of hours since I dropped the car off, but I did just get the call to pick up the car. But it's honestly not the best timing because I have work in less than an hour. I'm not gonna lie, I was just hoping maybe I could just pick up the car tomorrow morning because I work really late tonight, but I'm gonna go pick up the car right now. But like I said, gotta work within an hour, so really pressed for time right now. I'm just waiting for my lift to come and we'll go pick up the car, and yeah. But it just sucks that it feels like whenever I gotta be somewhere, I'm running late. So I kind of want to break that trend for 2024, you know? So we'll see how today goes. Hopefully I make it in time, but fingers are crossed. Hi, for Jerry?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. Hello. Alright guys, we got the car back. It is all fixed now. There's no more leaking tire. They were able to find a little puncture on the tire. They patched it up. But I think I'm still gonna try to claim the warranty to replace the tire because it was a little bit too close to the sidewall for comfort. So if I could get the warranty and just replace it, that'll be good. But if I can't get it replaced, I think I'll be fine as well, at least until summer comes, because I don't think I'm gonna be pushing the car hard anytime soon, at least. I don't know, but we're on our way to work right now. I am definitely gonna be late. There's just no way around that right now. I'm gonna make it to work. I mean, if Google Maps is correct, right, I'm gonna make it to work with like 2 minutes to spare, and that's not even factoring finding parking and stuff like that. So we're definitely gonna be late today. I'm gonna have to give everyone a call and just be like, hey, I'm running a little bit late, but I think that'll be fine. I think it will be okay. I'll be okay. I hope. Alright guys, you made it to the end of the video, and as always, if you made it to the very end of the video, I really appreciate you guys for taking the time every day to watch the content all the way through. So thank you guys so much for that. Yeah, the car's leaking tires fixed. I am still gonna try to see if I could get a replacement for it. I have to file a claim with Tire Rack because I do have a warranty, so hopefully that goes through and I can just replace the tire. I mean, it's fine the way it is now. It's patch rate, and I don't think it will have issues, but it'll be a lot easier on my mind just not having to worry about it at all if I just got it replaced. So I'm gonna see if I could get my warranty claim on that. But aside from that, I still have that squeaky suspension issue, which unfortunately I wasn't able to get fully diagnosed. I did ask Crown to take a look at it for me while they had the car up in the air for the oil change, but just due to timing, they weren't able to get that done on the same day. But I don't think it should be a big issue because I'm going to bring it back in the next couple of weeks for them to really take the time and, you know, identify that for me. So yeah, I think it should be fine to drive the way it is. I'm hoping it's just, you know, I don't know, it's a creak or it's a squeak or whistle, whatever it is. I just hope it's nothing too serious, but I don't think I'm going to be pushing the car crazy anytime soon anyway, so that should be fine. But if I do have to replace any suspension pieces like the coilovers, I am leaning towards Fortune Autos right now. I know we've been having this little discussion on suspension over the past few videos on the channel, and I think I'm leaning more towards Fortune Autos right now. I was really picking between Olin's or Fortune Auto. I think Fortune Autos are just a little bit closer within my price range, but we'll see how that works out, right? I know a lot of you guys in the comment section has been telling me to upgrade my control arms, my bushings, my sway bars, and etc., right? We will get through all of that in due time. We're just going to take it one step at a time, but eventually we will take off all those boxes and upgrade all of those. But until then though, I am recovering from a little flu that I have right now. I was worried at first that it might have been COVID, but I got COVID tested and it wasn't that, so thank God. But until then though, I am drinking some tea to help me recover faster from this flu or whatever. It's some Taiwanese black tea. I don't know how well tea actually helps you with recovering from a cold, flu, but you know, everyone's always telling me to drink tea when I'm sick or etc., etc., so we'll see how that does. But until then though, that pretty much wraps up all the summary that's been going on. I don't have any crazy plans to you know, really push the car in the next couple of days because of the suspension and the tires, but we'll see how that goes, right? And I say one thing now, but next thing you know, in the next couple of days you find me on the mountains. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I'm gonna drink my tea and probably just head straight to bed. But yeah, until the next one guys, remember to stay safe out there and drive safely, alright? The world is a crazy place, so you gotta make sure you do your part to stay safe out there, alright? Peace.